How did ancient humans survive the darkness at night? What if tonight, all electricity disappeared forever? No street lights. No phone flashlights. No houses glowing in the distance. Just darkness. Pure darkness. Now imagine standing alone in a freezing forest 100,000 years ago, hearing something breathing behind you while your tiny fire slowly dies. How did ancient humans survive nights like that? Because back then, nighttime was not peaceful. Night was a death sentence. And the terrifying part is, humans were not the strongest creatures on Earth. We were weak, slow, fragile. We had no claws, no sharp teeth, no night vision. Yet somehow, humans survived the darkest nights in history, while creatures far stronger than us went extinct. But how? Tonight, we are going back into the terrifying world of the Stone Age to uncover the brutal truth about what happened when the sun disappeared. And trust me, by the end of this video, you will never look at darkness the same way again. Thousands of years ago, the world after sunset became an entirely different planet. During daytime, early humans could hunt, gather food, explore rivers, and travel across massive landscapes. But the moment the sun touched the horizon, everything changed. The temperature dropped rapidly. The wind became colder. Shadows swallowed the forests. And suddenly, humans were no longer hunters. They became prey. Because night belonged to predators. Gigantic hyenas. Saber-toothed cats. Dire wolves. Massive cave lions. Creatures with enormous teeth and eyes perfectly adapted to darkness. While humans could barely see a few feet ahead. Imagine standing in total darkness while hearing leaves crunch around you. You don't know if it's the wind or something watching you. That was everyday life for ancient humans. Scientists believe fear of darkness became deeply wired into the human brain because our ancestors spent hundreds of thousands of years surviving terrifying nights. Even today, many people feel uncomfortable in complete darkness. That fear may be ancient survival instinct still hiding inside us. And here's the craziest part, early humans didn't sleep peacefully for 8 straight hours like modern people. They couldn't. Sleeping too deeply meant death. Instead, groups often slept lightly and took turns staying awake to watch for predators. Someone always listened. Someone always watched. Imagine trying to sleep knowing that one mistake could mean an animal dragging you into the darkness. This constant fear shaped human psychology forever. But humans had one unbelievable advantage. Something that changed the future of the entire planet. Fire. The discovery of fire may have been the single most important moment in human history. Before fire, nighttime was almost unbeatable. After fire, humans started fighting back against darkness itself. No one knows exactly when humans first controlled fire. Some evidence suggests it happened nearly 1 million years ago. At first, humans probably stole fire from nature. Lightning strikes. Burning trees. Wildfires. Imagine ancient humans carefully carrying burning branches for miles just to keep flames alive. Because losing fire meant returning to helpless darkness. And keeping fire alive was extremely difficult. Rain could destroy it. Wind could kill it. One mistake and everything disappeared. That's why ancient humans protected fire like treasure. In many tribes, fire never went out. Someone always guarded the flames. Because fire wasn't just warmth. Fire was survival. The moment predators saw flames, many stayed away. For the first time in history, humans could push back against creatures stronger than them. And that changed everything. Fire gave humans light. Warmth. Protection. Cooked food. Longer waking hours. And something even more important, it brought people together. Before fire, humans probably separated at night. But around fire, people gathered. They talked. Shared stories. Planned hunts. Taught children. Some scientists even believe human language became more advanced because of nighttime conversations around campfires. Think about that. Human civilization may have begun because terrified humans sat together in darkness beside fire. But even fire couldn't fully protect them. There were nights when storms destroyed flames. Nights when predators attacked camps. Nights when freezing temperatures killed entire groups. The Stone Age was unbelievably brutal. Especially during the Ice Age. Imagine temperatures colder than modern Antarctica in some regions. No heated homes. No blankets from factories. No medicine. No emergency shelters. Only animal skins and fire standing between humans and death. Ancient humans survived by adapting in ways modern people can barely imagine. One survival strategy was caves. But caves were not safe homes like movies show. Many caves already belonged to deadly predators. Cave bears. Lions. Hyenas. Sometimes humans fought animals for cave shelter. And often, they lost. Archaeologists discovered caves containing both human bones and predator remains together. Evidence suggests some humans were eaten inside the caves where they tried to sleep. Imagine hearing growls echoing through darkness while trapped deep underground. That was reality. And yet humans continued surviving. How? Because humans developed something more powerful than strength. Cooperation. A lone human was weak. But a group of humans working together became terrifyingly effective. Groups gathered wood together. Protected children together. Watched for danger together. Shared food together. This teamwork allowed humans to survive environments that should have killed them. And eventually, humans became smarter than every predator around them. They created sharper tools. Better spears. Stronger shelters. Animal skin clothing. But survival at night still remained horrifying. One of the biggest dangers wasn't predators. It was cold. Modern humans massively underestimate how deadly cold darkness can become. Without fire, body temperature drops quickly. Hypothermia can kill silently. Ancient humans understood this deeply. That's why they slept close together. Entire families huddled tightly for warmth. Privacy didn't exist. Survival mattered more. And then there was sound. Night in the ancient world was incredibly loud. Wolves howling. Branches snapping. Insects screaming. Unknown creatures moving nearby. Every sound could mean danger. Human ears became highly sensitive to nighttime noises. Even today, sudden sounds at night instantly trigger alertness in our brains. That reaction helped ancestors survive. But darkness also affected the human imagination. Without modern science, ancient humans didn't fully understand what lurked beyond firelight. Many likely believed spirits or supernatural forces existed in darkness. Some scientists think early myths and monsters were born from nighttime fear. Imagine seeing glowing animal eyes watching from darkness. Hearing strange cries. Seeing shadows move near trees. The human brain naturally creates stories to explain fear. This may have been the birth of mythology itself. And then came one of humanity's greatest breakthroughs. The moon. Moonlight became a survival tool. Ancient humans learned lunar patterns carefully. During full moons, visibility improved dramatically. Travel became easier. Hunting changed. Some predators behaved differently. Humans began timing activities around moon phases. The night sky became humanity's first map. Long before compasses existed, humans used stars to navigate. Imagine looking upward in total darkness with zero light pollution. The ancient sky would have looked unbelievable. Millions of visible stars. Bright galaxies stretching across the heavens. For ancient humans, the universe must have felt alive. The stars helped guide migrations across continents. And slowly, humans spread everywhere. From Africa to Europe. Asia. Australia. Eventually the Americas. All while surviving nights filled with terror. But perhaps the scariest thing ancient humans faced wasn't animals. It was other humans. Tribes competed for food, fire, territory, and shelter. At night, attacks became even more terrifying. Darkness created confusion, fear, chaos. Ancient warfare was brutal beyond imagination. There were no laws, no prisons, no police, only survival. Some archaeological discoveries reveal evidence of massacres dating back thousands of years. Entire groups wiped out violently. Nighttime raids may have been common. Imagine hearing footsteps outside your camp while your fire burns low. You don't know if it's wolves or another human tribe. And here's something disturbing. Humans evolved to fear eyes staring at them in darkness. Psychologists believe the human brain quickly detects faces and eyes because recognizing predators or enemies at night was critical for survival. That creepy feeling you get when you think someone is watching you? That may be ancient Stone Age programming still active inside your brain. But ancient humans also discovered psychological survival methods. Storytelling became essential. Singing, dancing, rituals around fire. These activities reduced fear and strengthened group unity. When people feel connected, fear decreases. Even today, humans gather socially during frightening situations. That instinct is ancient. And then there was sleep itself. Scientists believe early humans may have slept in shorter periods instead of one long sleep cycle. Some watched the fire. Others rested. Humans became flexible sleepers because rigid sleep schedules were dangerous in the wild. This adaptability increased survival chances enormously. But survival wasn't just physical. It was mental. Imagine living every day knowing you could die tonight. No hospitals. No rescue. No safety net. Every injury mattered. Even a small infection could become fatal. Ancient humans lived under extreme stress constantly. Yet somehow they endured. And over time, humans transformed darkness from enemy into opportunity. Night hunts became possible. Fire allowed tool making after sunset. Social bonds grew stronger. Knowledge passed between generations. The very thing that once terrified humanity eventually helped create civilization. That's one of the greatest ironies in history. Darkness almost destroyed humans, but it also helped shape them. Because when humans gathered around fire during terrifying nights, they developed imagination, communication, planning, creativity. Everything that eventually built the modern world. Think about this carefully. Right now, you can turn on a light instantly. You can lock doors. Use heating. Sleep safely. Ancient humans had none of that. Every single night was a survival challenge. And yet they survived long enough for you to exist today. Your existence is proof that your ancestors endured unimaginable darkness. Not just once, but for thousands upon thousands of years. And maybe that explains something strange about modern humans. Why horror stories fascinate us. Why campfires feel comforting. Why darkness still feels mysterious. Deep inside our brains, part of us still remembers the Stone Age. Still remembers predators beyond the firelight. Still remembers fear hiding in darkness. But here's the most unbelievable truth of all. Humans eventually became masters of the night. We invented torches, lamps, cities, electricity, machines that turned darkness into daylight. The very species once terrified of sunset eventually lit up the entire planet. From helpless creatures hiding beside tiny fires, to a civilization glowing from space. That transformation may be the greatest survival story in history. But despite all our technology, darkness still affects us. Walk alone through a forest at night. Turn off every light in your house. Sit in complete silence. You'll feel it. That ancient fear. the same fear your ancestors felt tens of thousands of years ago. Because the darkness that hunted ancient humans never completely disappeared from the human mind. And maybe it never will. So next time you flip a light switch, remember something terrifying. For most of human history, a nighttime was a battle humans were never supposed to win. Yet somehow, we did.